What is this, like, haze on here, girl? Like, I'm like, there's some kind of, like, film on here. Is it because it's hot? Like, what is it? Girl. It is hot in here, girl. It is hot in here. And I'm like, you know what? Let me get a distraction. Let me find something to do. It's like it's almost like steamy in here. It's very strange. It's very weird, girl. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, why is it so steamy in here? Like, hey Nadia, how are you? Girl, hello. Am I talking to Cody or Kyle? Hey Linda. What's going on? No, Beth. So no AC. So, here's the drama, girl. It's like so like there's like cast. It's so weird. And then this is like making a glare on the video. It's so weird. But so yesterday, whenever the people called, hey Matt and Sherry, what's going on? The point of difference, girl, go on. Hey Kelly, what's going on? Make sure you are putting a thumbs up on the video, please. You can only do one thumbs up on it, so make sure you're doing a thumbs up. Girl, I'm like, I just needed some bling in my life today. I just needed some bling, girl. So, Beth, there is, they don't offer anything. Thank you. I'm sure this is Sherry. Thanks, Sherry. So there is, you was in the middle of today's video. I know. What's up, Caramel Cookie? Wrong thumbs up, girl. Go on there and like the video. So okay, let me get to the point. So we ended up calling the home warranty today because I wanted to make sure that it was submitted from the AC company, that they were, had already done, like, that it needs a new compressor, whatever it may be. And so when I called, it had not been done. And so she called them and they said, hey, Carrie, what's up? So they said they'll get it done the next hour, hour and a half. Miriam, girl, you have to send more than some vibes, girl. Hey, Madison. Thank you. So they called the AC company. They said they'll get it done in the next hour, hour and a half. Yeah, it's been too long with no AC, Nadia, I'm telling you. So what ended up happening is I told her, I said, they said that yesterday. It still wasn't done. And I said, I'm getting frustrated. And so I went through the whole spiel with her because I want every single person that I talk to get onto it. We need hotel money, honey. Yes, trust and believe, girl. Actually, we're probably going to need money to get a new HVAC because from the reviews that I read, hey, Matt, because the reviews that I read is they try and not pay for it at the end. Or they say they'll pay a portion of it. And it's not that we're hurting for money by any means. It's just who expects to pay, to drop that much money. I'm just saying. So it's going to be expensive. So if y'all want to give some super chats, girl, I'll appreciate you. Love you long time. But what ended up happening is they ended up calling them and they said they'll get it done in the next hour, hour and a half. Hey, Ananda, what's going on? It's a cool 68 degrees there. Girl, it's hot as hell over here. Yes, Beth, it's crazy. So I ended up, the person that I was talking to from the thank you, Kelly. Thank you. So we ended up talking to 210 Home Warranty, and they said that, you know, she said she'll get it done in an hour, hour and a half. So if I was you, I would call them because they're an hour, 210 Home Warranty is an hour behind us. So technically they close at 5 o'clock, but it would be 6 o'clock our time. So I said, okay, I will call them in enough time for them to call over. Because she said if they submit it through the system, then it's going to take us close to a week before we get to it and get going. However, if they will just call in, then what will happen is if they call it in, it'll work faster. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'll call them and I'll see. And of course, I always call with the nicest intentions every single time I call, because you're not getting the same caller, the same receptionist every single time. Kelly, girl, I thank you so much, honey. Girl, please. It's more than you think. It adds up, girl. I used to tell people when I was performing, if you can't make it rain, make it hail, girl. I'll take change, honey. But so I called and I talked to the AC company, which is called Bipolar AC, and it's very that, right? Carrie, I know. Girl, we're dying. And in the room I'm in right now, my drag room, there is absolutely no AC because we're in our master bedroom across the hall. That's where we're closed up. We went and bought that $400 AC unit that is like you plug it into the window, or it has an extension hose that goes to the window, because I didn't want a full window unit, even though they probably would work better. But it's just, I don't want to get in trouble from our HOA. I don't want to be that person, you know what I mean? Because our home warranty is acting crazy. So I called the AC place, and she said, yes, I actually spoke with the person, and I'm not done yet. And it was at like 5:30. And I was like, honey, like, I said, well, you told her it was going to be an hour and a half. She goes, well, you're not our only AC problem. And I was like, I'm aware that I'm not your only AC problem. But when the person called you, you said hour and a half. Yesterday when they called, you said hour and a half. You or whoever it was that was doing it. I said, all I need for you to do is just submit this claim for them to approve it, to get somebody out here. How hard is it? She goes, well, we actually don't have all the information that we need from the tech. And I said, that sounds like a you problem, girl. You need to get with the tech and get it done. I don't understand why I'm having to pay, why I'm having to deal with this when it's on you. Like, you're the one doing this. I'm like, the tech should have submitted everything. This is now the third day, but here's the thing. So what she doesn't understand is the home warranty will start badgering them and all kind of stuff, because they give the AC company 4 days after the tech comes out to get them the information that they need. And once that happens, they will, I guess, I don't know what they do as far as like getting the information. I mean, please. But, the lady told me, I said, well, is there any way you can get it done and actually call them? I said, because if you submit it through their system, it takes them close to 5 days after getting it in the system before they even receive what you sent. And then they have to worry about giving the approval, y'all then ordering the part. So then we're looking at another 2 weeks after that. I said, this is ridiculous. I said, and why am I having to wait so long for you to do something so simple? And she said, well, I don't have 3 hours to spend on the phone to try and call them. And I said, well, neither do I. So I don't understand why your time is more valuable than mine. I said, but yet again, y'all don't care about your customers and your clients. So we could care less. So after reading all of the amazing reviews on 210 Home Warranty, I'm nervous that even though we're going this route and we're taking all this time to do it the way that we're supposed to do it with a home warranty, that we're going to end up getting screwed and having to pay to just do it out of pocket. And if it needs a new compressor, if that's even what it is, because that's what the person said, that's a lot of money. That can go all the way up to $3,000 to $4,000. I'm like, girl, that's a lot of money. But we're not going to sit up in this house dying of heat, girl. Dying of heat. And the problem is these Diet Cokes, girl, I just got this out of the fridge. It's already freaking sweating. Like, as soon as you open it, you got a good 15 minutes and she's hot, girl. I've had it. So you drink it fast. But, I was like, let me get on here. If you're watching, please make sure you give a thumbs up to the video, not just the emoji of the thumb, but go and click the like button. There is only one time you can like it at a time. Per person. So if there's 14 of you in here, I can have 14 likes total. But yeah, just make sure that you are liking the video. If you want to send a super thanks, a super chat, you're more than welcome to. I appreciate it. So that's your way of like tipping me. But yeah, so I will tell you, it was still a good day. 4th of July is Monday, so we're off Monday, so that'll be great. My birthday is next week, so July 8th. And I'll be working. Like, when am I not? But it's good. It was, even though it's really hot, again, it's been fun just spending time with Chris, my partner, and snuggling up to the doggies and watching, shows and movies. And we finished watching all of Hell's Kitchen, which was absolutely crazy. I don't know if you've watched Hotel Hell. And girl, there is some crazy stuff on Hotel Hell. I was like, what in the world is going on this show, honey? And I will tell you that it was some of the stuff that you would think is common sense is not common sense to them. I'm like, no, girl. And then we watched, what is it? Where they come, is it Hell's Kitchen when they come in and then he's like trying to like help them like fix their restaurant? We watched a lot of those. We haven't finished them yet. I actually watched Stranger Things, the second part today. That show drove you nuts. The hotel hell. Well, that's because you work in that hotel, girl, so you're like, you could do this to fix it, you know? I'm like, I ain't mad at it. I am not mad at it. So we had a late lunch. It's probably just gonna be dinner anyway because it was kind of late when we got it. We ended up ordering from Euro Hut, so it was really good. So we Chris got French fries that had Euro chicken on the top. Whatever, girl. Go on somewhere. We ended up getting so he got the chicken shawarma on it, and then I ended up getting a salad with chicken shawarma on it. It was so good. Shawarma. Word is great. But it was so good. We ate there a couple of days ago, and so I was like, you know what? I want something healthy, but I want something that I don't have to make myself. And so we ended up ordering that. It was really good. I was very specific with Uber Eats this time since they've been struggle busting down, girl. So I ended up saying it's the middle door in the front, like facing the road. Jess, get you some food, honey. Get you something to eat. I feel like since I've been sweating the house down and eating healthy, this weight is just like falling off. I can tell from like, I always have a thin neck anyway. I got like a MySpace head, thick body, and a thin neck. But did you see, okay, so for the video today, spoiler alert, okay, TikTok, Outlander show. You know, I'll have to look it up. I don't know. I have a weird problem about like committing to watching shows. The problem is I know I'll end up liking them and want to watch all of it, but the problem is I have commitment issues when it comes to television shows because I'm like, I don't want to have a commitment to a show that's already got like 9 seasons in, and each show, like each episode is an hour long. Because I'm like, girl, that's too much commitment in my life, honey. I already got a couple, girl. I got my man. I got 2 dogs and 2 cats. That's about all I'm gonna have, honey. Like, I'm like, no. So so Steven tried to get me to watch Queer as Folk. I watched the first episode, and then he was like, "Did you watch them all?" I'm like, "No, girl, I haven't watched all the rest of them yet." I'm like, how did they go so hardcore on the first episode? And I'm not talking about the mess that's in it. I'm talking about the ending of the first episode, girl. I was thrown off. But back to the topic of TikTok real quick. So they actually responded today after I messaged them again. And their response was actually a copy and paste. Girl, what? What in the world is that? Hey, Anna, what's up? Girl. Hang on, let's do this. There we go. There we go. Had a report, girl. Just reported them, girl. So, I was so frustrated because, they copied and pasted what they had already sent to me, which you see in the video. Of, do you have the date, you have this, you have that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, I was so confused of why they were asking for the same information again, which I had already sent. And so I went off, and it was in all caps. I'm like, if you can't do your job, then you need to send it to someone that can. Thank you, Kelly. So I was like, this is nuts. I could not believe that these people were... They're just not even answering why my video of 130,000 views is gone. Like, it's just vanished. And I'm like, where did it go? I don't even get it. Like, it's crazy to me how they're just like, like, not saying anything. I feel like I have been cursed here lately. I feel like lately I have just been getting, like, the short end of the stick on a lot of situations when it comes to, like, the whole AC situation, the home warranty, this, our freaking neighbors with, their crazy mess. Now, I will say that karma comes back. Hey, Laura, what's going on? I saw you followed me on TikTok. Thank you. Carrie, you already know. I will tell you that things come around, and I will tell you this is something that I've always believed in. If you do something to me, and this is a very charmed, I mean, the Craft movie, if you've never seen it, is you'll get back to you times three what you do to me. And I will tell you that I feel like it's happening, especially with the neighbor, because their contractors quit on them. And so their front patio is not done. Yes. Kelly, you already know. You already know. So, and it's so funny because their front, they have a slab like we do, but ours is like steps down. Theirs is one step and then a slab and then to the walkway. And so they busted up all this old tile that was out there or whatever it was, and they were putting down, which is so mysterious to me. Okay, and I'm whispering like just in case they can hear it. Like they're not like, our walls are pretty thick, but you know I'm not trying to be that shady. So they ended up putting tile like you would put in your house, like in your bathroom, like on the walls, that kind of tile. I mean, it doesn't look like bathroom tile, but it's tile nonetheless. And they are putting it on top of the slab. So this person had busted up all this stuff, removed it, and I had planted something between our stuff because it was, I know, Laura, July 8th. So it's so funny. Yeah, if y'all want to tip me now for my birthday, you're more than welcome to. You can go on and tip a girl, honey. Super chat down, super chat down. So the funny thing is I went out there and looked, and it was like 3/4 of the way done, but none of it was grouted, of course, because they hadn't finished putting down all the tile. So they also had, I know, you can't help crazy. So they ended up, their door frame, I guess when they took off a panel or something like that, you can see that the rot, it was like rotting in the wood. So they put some kind of spray foam in it and like cut it down to be flat. Well, then we never seen anything else change, and it's been like weeks. Well, Chris was outside the day that we were discovering that the air was like struggling the house down. Girl, yes, Carrie, it is the same ones, girl. It is the same ones. So last week when Chris was outside looking at the HVAC, he literally, the guy walks outside and was complaining and was walking, like going down on the sidewalk to walk, I guess because they had an apartment across the street. Greasing these up, girl. Ooh, yes, ma'am. So he stopped him. He goes, oh, yeah, my contractor quit on me. Oh, I laughed so hard because this is also the contractor that had that attitude with me. Remember when I told y'all I had to do the presentation for work and I had to go outside and I asked them if they could just like not do it for 2 hours because they were drilling on the slab and it was going through like it was drilling in our own house, girl. We were over it. And it was so funny because for their contractors to quit on them, I was like, that's what you get. You know what? You were being so disrespectful and didn't care about our schedules or anything like that. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. You're amazing. Girl, Laura, y'all don't even know, honey. We'll be adding all this up and putting it together. I'm probably going to have to buy a new HVAC. Because I'm telling you, I just have a feeling that come Tuesday, because Monday's a holiday, Tuesday, I'm telling you right now, if I call and these people at this air conditioning place, Bipolar AC, has not submitted that claim yet to my warranty, to the home warranty, 210 home warranty, I will be showing up. I'm going to tell them, okay, I'm going to hang up and I'm going to come up there and I'm going to stand in your office and I'm going to wait until you finish because you've been saying it for 3 days now before you were off for the weekend that you're going to get it done. So I'm just going to sit in there until you get finished. If you want to call the cops, go ahead. I'll record, but I want people to see what you're doing to them. And I'll just sit in there and wait. And just sit there and chit chat. Just, oh, are y'all done yet? No? Then you need to, nope. You going to lunch? No, you can eat at the computer, girl. You can eat at the computer. It's fine. Go ahead and do it. Come on. You already know, Kelly. You already know. Well, 210 home warranty's not on their part yet. They screwed up where it was like 5, or it was technically 6 days before I had to call them and ask for the information. But it was only 4 business days. Hang on. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, Monday. So 4 business days. So I'm telling you now. Right now, the Bipolar AC, it's on them. And they're taking so long to submit these claims to the home warranty. And I'm telling you now, they don't get it, girl. I'm going to be up there on Tuesday sitting in their office. I'll take the day off. Sitting up in their office saying, hi. Hi, yeah, are you done? Oh, there's no chit-chatting. Personal phone calls? Absolutely not. Nope. Aw, thank you, Jess. It's 88 degrees inside our house right now. And I'm sitting in my drag room and the door's closed because I don't want the cats coming in here. Because I don't want cat hair on stuff. Like, I don't want to have to constantly, like, clean and all other stuff on here. Like, I was sitting there thinking about that sticky roller thing. I don't know why I made a zipper noise. But it's hot in here. It is hot in here right now. And I'm like, ugh. I probably will, but the thing is, though, Sherry, is I asked them about the $400 unit that I had to purchase, and they said that's not something that they would cover. Laura, I had thought about that, but the issue is, yes, Linda, I love those too, girl. I use it on the furniture. The issue is that home warranty, like, I don't really know if there's actually a good one out there, because you're going to pay for a lot, and then if it doesn't end up working out, yep. I'm telling you, girl. I'm telling you. The problem is I just feel like you're always going to have to go through this because these companies, their entire job is to sell these policies, but then they try their hardest not to actually have to honor them. And I think that is, like, it's a pyramid scheme. Let's get real. I mean, they pretty much are trying to get every single person to advertise their warranty because when I closed, they said, 210 warranty is really good. You should go with them. And I said, okay. And that's who I went with. And it's not because they were putting in my policy. I had to call separately and do it. And again, other than the whole, like, having to wait, they haven't been terrible. I mean, they haven't been the worst. But right now, the AC, I'm like, why are you waiting days and days and days to get a recap from your tech? Your tech it starts their morning every morning at a certain time. Tell them they're not allowed to go out to their project until they give you the recap. That's their job. And it's ridiculous. Ooh, not just a fan, Jess, huh? No, ma'am, Pam. Girl, bye. Not gonna happen. I mean, it's been great for the weight loss. I'll tell you, the sweating the house down in here right now has definitely been great for the weight loss. I know that you can probably tell. I already know, Sherry, and that's why I said it in my video the other day. And that's why I told them when I called them. I said, it must be really great to not worry about your customers when you're sitting behind a desk all day in the air conditioning and relaxing. I mean, it must be such a hard job for you to do, girl. Like, while you're not worried about us. And I said, and the thing is, I said, it's not just you. I had, 6 days before I even get in touch with you, and then 2 days before your tech came out, and now I've been waiting since Wednesday for you to submit something that you're telling them it'll take an hour and a half for you to do, but you're not doing it. And today, girl, for her to have the audacity to tell me, well, I don't have 3 hours to spend on the phone to call them. I'm so sorry. Do I? Do I have 3 hours? Okay. Well, that's fine, girl, because you're going to see me up Tuesday. You already know as soon as I get off that phone, if you ain't got it done, I'm going to be sitting in that office with you. Pull up a chair next to you. Let's do it. You mean bring you lunch? I'll bring you lunch. You're going to get this done today. You getting it done today. There ain't no waiting on it, baby. Mm-hmm. You already know. Hey, JB, how's it going? It's probably cooler in DC right now. Definitely, Laura. Linda's like, yes. I can tell I'm losing weight too. I lose weight really quickly, to be honest with you. I just have to do it. That's the biggest problem. The great thing about it is what people don't know is I've had my lips done for years now, not consistently done, but I had it done twice. One time was the full lip to be done with silicone, and then I had a touch up years later, or like a year later, and I haven't had to do a touch up. It's permanent. It's illegal, but it's permanent. And when I had my lip touched up here, because it just didn't take all the way, and it still didn't take all the way. I wish I could have gotten more, but she's in jail now. Excuse me. Sorry for that. I ended up getting a little bit of my cheekbone, so if you'll look, when I get skinny, girl. So, Beth, I have no idea. I do not have a scale. I'm not getting on the scale because I've become addicted to getting on it. Not really like addicted, but it's just an unhealthy relationship with trying to constantly see if I lost any weight. And so for me, I really just don't want to get a scale. I used to have one, and I would get on it in the morning and at night. And it was ridiculous because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, you got to get on it before you eat. Okay, now you're on here. Now, okay, before you go to bed. Okay, let's see where you're at now. And then Sherry, you already know, and Laura, it's a struggle. But the problem is I think that before, and I talked about this before in a video, but this time, and I don't think people understand when I said going to this sales meeting with work was so big for me this year. And I've been to sales meetings before, but this year with the whole being, recognized for inclusion, inclusivity, and, really being able to see how the diversity has come such a long way in the company. And I left so re-energized about being 100% authentically myself, and it was so uplifting to see. You always want to see yourself in the company, and I saw myself through other people in the company this time that I had not seen before. Not saying it was a negative thing before, but I truly saw myself in the sense of being able to be flamboyant and myself and to wear my earrings, and if I want to wear a face full of makeup to work, I'm allowed to, and I can, and to really see that. Hey, Sandra, what's going on? So I found it really uplifting and powerful, or a big empowerment moment. So I know Laura, and I will tell you, I've been with him for over 10 years in different capacities, and I came back so re-energized, so uplifted, so inspired. Thank you, Beth. Yeah, it was very hard for me to be that vulnerable, period. Even if there wasn't a camera there, because it's not something that I tap into very often. But I have been so inspired to do so many things. And, even for myself when it comes to being healthy, like, before, excuse me, this Diet Coke is killing me, girl. Carrie, you already know. You already know, girl. So I even with eating healthy, before when I was eating healthy, and my friends 2 Gays on the Go, you can ask them in the comment section. I've been friends with them for many, many years, and they have been with me on many of my healthy eating time frames. And I'm not even going to say healthy eating, I'm just going to say dieting, because this time it's really healthy eating and being more mindful of what I'm putting in my body. But they were with me when I was dieting, and at one point, like, I was so strict that, like, I was getting mad. Like, when people were trying to offer me food and would not take no for the first time I said it, I was getting angry. Like, I'd be like, can you stop? Like, stop trying to force me food. Like, thank you, Carrie. Imagine when I get skinnier, girl. These lips are gonna look huge. They were with me when I needed to fit into my gown for my give up that I got that was about 4 sizes too small for me, and I went on this crash diet. I mean, to the point where I constantly was asking to go to Starbucks or to get coffee when we were out. So, like, if I was off work, I would have about 3 coffees or 4 coffees a day, just to suppress my appetite. I would eat only like salads with scrambled eggs on it, or I would eat a salad, or I would eat salad and like brown rice, and brown rice was very slim because in my mind it's still a carb. I would not touch corn, carrots, or tomato, like very, very, very strict. And I was not being healthy about it, and I literally was like, hey, Zachary, what's going on? So I will tell you that it was one of those things that I really had to be healthy. And this time, it's not that I'm eating food to lose weight. I'm just eating healthier, and I'm being more mindful what I put in my body. And I will tell you, my mood swings have calmed down a lot. Exactly, Laura. You already know. Hey, Bridget, what's going on? I'm not the skinny legend, girl. That's Rich. Rich Lex is a skinny legend, honey. Yeah, Magnolia, it is not fixed yet, girl. Uh-oh, Zachary, you got family drama. What's the tea, honey? What's the tea? What's the drama, honey? Yeah, no. Make sure y'all are liking, getting a thumbs up on the video. There's 16 people in here, and we have 14 likes, so please keep going. You're now able to do super chats, so if you want to do a super chat, that's how you can tip me. We were just discussing, long story short, HVAC is not fixed. They're giving me the runaround of getting their job done to submit it to my home warranty. The issue is we don't know if they're even going to pay for it. They said that they are, but I've read some reviews, and I highly doubt I'm going to be able to get them to pay for it. We'll see. But any money that I have on here, girl, I'm going to be holding on to just in case I actually have to pay for the HVAC myself. And just so you know, if it needs a new compressor, which is what they said, it's about $3,000 to $4,000. So lovely, world peace. I'm like, honey. But yeah, I cannot. It's crazy. But let's see. Yes, thank you, Bridget. I know Rich Lux is awesome like that. He brought me a lot of folks. He's just so great with letting me go onto his channel and really just letting me experience everybody. What? Oh my gosh. Zachary, that's crazy. That is crazy, honey. Y'all better hide, honey. Y'all better run. And Magnolia, there's no point in calling them yet because, excuse me, the issue is they came out and did it. So I haven't, they're technically not saying that they're not going to do something. It's just, they've been trying to process, they've been talking about processing this claim, but they need more information from the tech. Oh, Zachary, that's scary. You better go somewhere else, lay low. I know, Laura. You know, the thing is stuff happens, and it all happens for a reason. And I will tell you, the silver lining of it is I really have had such a great time with Chris and I being able just yes, Rich is sending everybody honey. Chris and I have just been chilling out in the room, and it's been great because it's getting us on the same sleep schedule. And you are living in a movie right now. You better run. It's about to turn into a whole look at my little friend. Yeah, Sherry, none of them are in a hurry. None of them are. How often do I do live? So, Beth, I do not actually do live very often. It's just, I don't know why. I think it's because when I finally get home, it's one of those things. You know what, Magnolia? It's because I'm just over here just wasting away to nothing from all this heat and this eating salad. I'm over here like sidetracked. Oh, going live. Duh. I'm over here like Magnolia's sidetracking me because I'm talking about myself. You know, my favorite thing. So I don't go live very often. It just depends on what's going on and if I have any time. And when I get home from work, I usually have to do my video and post it and be done with it. I'm just like, ugh. Yep, you better get the mace. Ooh, you know they have mace now where you can spray it and it stains their face blue for multiple days. I know Linda's struggling with her AC too, guys. She is over it. But you said you might have it this weekend. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, Jess. I actually got that off Amazon. Let's see. And yes, by the way, Alabama, we are changing the stereotype. But I don't know. There's a couple people on Facebook that they are definitely making it seem like they're from Alabama. Girls who struggle. I know. Oh, it's not happening? Linda, that sucks. So as far as YouTubers, I don't really know. And this is where it's a shame on me. Because I don't really... When I tell people that I don't do drama channels and I don't follow people on social media, like what they're doing, I really don't. And that means in all capacities. I don't really know many YouTubers. To be honest with you, I don't know many people. I know, Laura, trust. I don't know many people on YouTube except for the people that I hang out with. And then, of course, like Sebastian, because I met him, or not met him, but I found him through Rich in the sense of like when they did their collab. And then Sloan is the other one that I saw in there. And then there was another one. I can't think of her name right now. It was just beautiful. Oh, yeah, from Rich. Bye, Beth. Have fun. Thank you for joining, my love. You want to meet Chris? Girl, he's in the room right now. He's chilling, honey. He's saying in the cool air, it's too hot in here. I told him, I said, I'm going to deal with it because I want to go live. But I know he's relaxing and playing. He's playing South Park on his He has this handheld computer. It's weird, but it's really cool. Sherry, you are beautiful. What are you talking about, Mary? Um, but so the funny thing is when you're looking at YouTubers, I don't really know many YouTubers. Now, people that I would want to, I know Laura is going to be coming soon, girl. Laura, he's on when we went to Long Neck Manor with Van Luke. He's on there on that one, and he's on when we went to eat at a couple restaurants. We went to those. We went to Captain D's, and then we went to what is that one? In-N-Out Burger. He was in that one too. He just doesn't like talking a whole lot on there, but we'll get him out of his shell some. You know, not both of us can be quiet. You know, because I'm the quiet one in the relationship. But if there was people that I could interview that I really want to actually just interview, I would love to meet. Call her Six. As a makeup artist, she's fantastic. She does such great makeup. She actually does Shangela's hair now. I don't think she does Shangela's makeup, but I can't remember. I think she does Shangela's hair and makeup. But she's great. I would love to sit down and talk with her and just kind of deep dive in who she is as a person, because she's a great entertainer. She has a huge following. Somebody else I would love to do is, and I think somebody's on here that's actually related to her, which is Winona Ryder. Because I would love to know what she's done and what made her want to take a back seat into bigger roles. Was it because they didn't want her to, or was it because she decided? You know, just deep diving into her as a person in general. And then as far as somebody else, I don't really know who else I would like to do. Eventually, I would love to have my drag mother, Trinity the Tuck Taylor, on here. I haven't asked her because she's so busy with the show right now and there's so much going on. Plus, I don't really know if she would want to be on. To be really transparent with you, I don't know if that's something she'd want to do, and I don't want to assume that she wants to do something for free, because I'm not paying people to come on and do it. It's a collab, and it's a mutual benefit, but I don't know if she would want to. And I mean, eventually down the road, when she gets done with the show and she's not on the road nonstop, I'll see if she wants to. But again, I don't really know. And the thing about with Trinity and myself is, you know, we're family, and you know, she's my drag mother, but we don't talk all the time. We're not like, most of the time when we're talking, it's because I'm hitting her up, and so I don't read into it. People's busy. If they want to reach out, they can reach out. I reach out to her when she's on my mind, and that's about it. I mean, it's not like we're super close. She's very, very close to Chantel Sparkles. They're best friends, so I mean, she gets a lot of hair from Chantel, so of course they're talking a lot for that, but they're really great friends anyway. I feel that they really have a great bond. They're both super creative, and they were both on the same level pretty much when they started like hanging out and stuff, where when I met Trinity, it was years ago, and I was nowhere near the level she was at performing, and I'm still not. I mean, hell, I don't dance. But you know, we do everything in our own way, and that's why for me, like, I'm just like, you know what, if we talk and we hang out, cool. If not, she's busy, she's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing. And that's why, you know, when I auditioned for RuPaul's Drag Race, I did actually tell her when I was auditioning both times, and then she asked me this past time if I was going to audition for season 15, and I told her no, I wasn't going to, because I really wanted to see where social media took me. And I think the main reason why I wanted to do the social media route versus trying to go on RuPaul's Drag Race is I don't want to do drag every day. That's not a passion of mine to want to do that. And they work a lot. Like, they are all like in face every single day for many, many, many hours. And that's just not something that I'm passionate about. I love doing drag, and I love doing drag makeup, and I love being able to perform. But again, even with performing, I've really taken a step back on performing because I've really just wanted to do something that's on my own time and not have to really like worry about it. Hey, Allison, what's going on? Yeah, Linda, you know, the thing is RuPaul's Drag Race is an absolutely amazing platform. And I love you too, Allison. It's a great platform, and it really is. So, like, Violet Chachki, for instance. Violet Chachki and I used to be on cast together at the other show at the Jungle in Atlanta, Georgia. And, you know, she did a lot of burlesque numbers, and she was just very different. And of course, because we were on that cast, we were doing very different numbers anyway than we probably normally would do, because it was like an opportunity. What's up, Leopard? How are you? Yeah, I want to do drag on my terms, and I want to do it when I want to do it. But at the same time, like, it just gets, it's just a lot. It's a lot. And you got to think, like, Trinity doesn't really have a lot of hair anyway, so it's quick for her to do it. Social media is great for us. You already know Laura. But for me, like, I just don't, she can do a lot less to look amazing. And I'm having to, like, shovel on the makeup and, you know, put on an entire Ashley Furniture sofa to have body and all that stuff. Sherry, did you not watch the other one, girl? I just posted a makeup tutorial when I was in Huntsville, Alabama. From start to finish of makeup. Girl, I think you saw it. I thought you commented on it. I was struggling that day because I was so tired. And that morning, you can tell in my voice, I'm like, hey guys. I was so tired. And waking up to do drag early in the morning, even though the show wasn't early, but getting ready, because I like to give myself plenty of time. And I'm glad I did, because if you watch the video, you see I actually I forgot to bring my setting spray. And I was so bitter because I had to then go in full beat, lash, makeup, everything. Well, not outfit and hair. But I had to go to Ulta in there. And when I tell you, those folks were like, oh, not the Ulta employees, but the people shopping in Ulta was not ready, girl. They were not ready. They're like, oh, I like your makeup. And I'm like, thanks. What's up, Julietta? How are you? What is going on? Make sure if you are just now joining that you give a thumbs up to the video and a like. We also are able, because I'm monetized now, to be able to give super chat. So that means that's how you can tip me on here if you're wanting to. Oh, girl, you ain't going to get it backstage. When I tell you, when we get going, Ashley Furniture Sofa, you already know. So the thing about doing backstage videos, so first off, the one thing that you can't do is it's really hard to not get people while they're changing. Oh, I have no idea what's going on with Trixie Mattel's Motel. I heard that there was a show aired for it, but I haven't personally watched it. But when it comes to being backstage, you have to make sure not getting people when they're undressing and dressing. The other part is some people really don't want to be filmed while they're getting not on stage, because they don't want to kill the illusion of like the hair being off or the jewelry not being on. They want to present the full package when they're presenting it. And the thing is a lot of places, and this is really sad to say, but a lot of places when we're performing, they don't have a dressing room. So we're not in a room that's designated just for us to get ready with our own stations and mirrors and lighting and all that stuff. A lot of time we're in just some back room getting dressed, squeezing into tight spaces and just trying to be respectful of each other. We always have a great time. So no matter where we're getting dressed, you know, even if it is a crappy situation of getting dressed, we still try and enjoy it. I mean, it's fun. We end up kikiing, having a few cocktails, and then we forget about the spacing. But it's really hard to do it. And I wanted to do it when I was in Huntsville, is actually take some video and like actually get to know them. But when I tell you it was over 100 degrees, even for my outfit, the gown, where I did the reveal of me not in drag and then me in drag in the gown, I was dying. I didn't even wear the cuffs, like the arm pieces. I didn't even wear those because I was dying. I was like, that's when I wore that, was my last number. I was feeling so nauseous, it wasn't even funny. Like, I thought I was going to die. I was like, this is ridiculous, girl. Like, I'm dying right now. What's up, Short and Sweet Tea channel? How are you, Shugs? Girl, it's hot. It is so hot in here. My AC is still broke. Girl, it has broke the house down, and struggle busing over here. Like, you know it's hot when I don't even want to put on skincare. Like, I'm like, oh, it's too hot for this. Thank you, Allison. I appreciate it. It just sounds like a laugh to me. I don't even like think anything about it. It was so funny. At one point, somebody made a comment in one of my videos. I know, girl. It's 88 degrees in my house right now, so I'm struggling to be on here. What is this, girl? Let's do this. How do you... There we go. Yeah, there is no update on the AC right now, honey. They're struggling. They're not They were supposed to have sent the home warranty, the updated claim information to tell them how much it's going to be for them to pay for it. And they said for the past 2 days, it was only going to take them about an hour and a half, and then they would send it over. Both days they haven't done it. And so when I talked to the lady today, she was rude as all get out. And she said the same thing. She's going to try and get it done before she leaves today. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm telling you, like, don't you clock out right at 5 o'clock and go enjoy your AC. Like, but I told everybody in here, girl, and mark my words, come Tuesday, if that AC place has not done it and sent it to my home warranty, I will be showing up at their establishment. And I'll be sitting in their establishment until they send it. Will do. They ain't even seen justice be served yet, girl. She's coming on a platter like a fish taco, baby. Becca, you know what? They have been so rude, and so has the home warranty. Just the simple fact of, like, when you're calling and asking, you question them. And I'm like, yeah, I'm questioning you because I want to know. I will tell you, it's one of those things that these people just don't know what they're getting themselves into. They are. They definitely are, Magnolia. And that's the thing is, like, that's why I'm on here, because I'm like, girl, who knows? I just needed to vent. I need to get it out. And whatever super chats that I get, I'm going to hold on to, and probably end up having to use it to get a new AC out here, or somebody else out here to fix the AC. And again, it's the compressor needs to be changed, is what the other person said. I don't know if I trust it completely because of how great the service has been, you know, with them so far. But I'm like, girl, that's not money that we expect to pay. I mean, you got to think, we closed on our house, what, 3 months ago? I mean, it's not 3 or 4 months ago. And then you pay your closing costs, you pay you buy the home warranty, you get all this stuff. So it's a lot. I'm like, I'm not sure, Magnolia. I don't know what it is. Chris would know, but I have no idea. But yeah, so overit.com. Uh-huh. Exactly, Sandra. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you right now. So tell me, is it Sandra or Sandra? Like, if it's Sandra, spell it S-O, so that I know, because I'm country. I already told them, Laura, that we have pets. I said I have 2 dogs and 2 cats, and I was like, this is ridiculous. But I also said, you know, could y'all pay for anything? And, oh, thank you, Allison. I appreciate it. She's rhinestoned. I'm going to do a shop with me video eventually at this specific place, and I don't want to give too much away. I talked about her in another video, but I want an opportunity for her to be on camera fresh and ready to go when we finally do a shop with me video. And I want to go there because it's a wholesale place, and her mom and family own it, and it's such a cool place. Her brother has a shop that's a little bit like the next one over in the same little mall. Oh, Sandra. Okay, gotcha. Sandra. You know, I'm country, girl. Girl, no ma'am. Well, Magnolia, I'm going to be needing your hookup if it gets that bad. Yeah, I love these. I got the earrings at the same place I got the hat. But she's awesome, and going shopping with them is a lot of fun because you never know what you're gonna find in there. It's like a warehouse almost. But they have so much stuff. The only thing that I wish that they would do is actually carry bigger sizes, because all their shoe sizes are for women. Thank you, Magnolia. All the shoe sizes are for women, and they don't even go up to a 12, which, you know, if it's a 12, girl, I still can't wear that either, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, girl. Pull a moment from the scene of White Chicks where they cut the front and the back off and just get 2 extra inches in the front and the back. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Every time somebody's name is Sandy, though, I think of Grease. So I'm like, immediately think of that movie and start thinking of all the songs that's in it. You'll take both? Trust. Let's see. What does it say? I do. So if you go to Justice Taylor Beauty on every social media platform, that's what I'm at on there. Justice Taylor Beauty. What's up, April? How are you? Oh, I love it. So the healthy eating is going great. I feel like I'm losing weight. I mean, I can definitely tell in the way that I look. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Allison. So it's actually a Dior lip gloss. So it's shade 553. It's called Princess. So I have nothing on my lips but this. So it enhances the pink. And the hyaluronic acid that's in here is fantastic. These don't get sticky. They're amazing. I love, love, love these. For work, I actually wear one that has blue glitter inside. Obsessed. Girl, I have a fan right here, Leopard. I'm telling you right now, girl, like I am like, it is on Power Ranger right now, but it ain't working, girl. It is not working. Actually, you know why it's not working? Because the damn thing's facing somewhere else. There we go. Plus, I'm big, girl. That's a lot of area to try and cover. But the healthy eating is going great. I haven't had but 1 or 2 days where I'm like feeling kind of like craving certain types of food. And when I was craving types of food, well, not even, I wasn't craving types of food. I was actually just hungry, and I couldn't stop being hungry because I was bored. And so that was my biggest issue, is trying to figure that out. Yes. April, honey, I don't know what. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. Lean in, girl. I'm going to tell you this, okay? So, my aunt used to drink Dr. Pepper to the point where, like, my mom would look at her and say, who wronged you in your life to be able to handle a Dr. Pepper first thing in the morning? She would be like, that's just what I like. And my mom's like, I don't understand how you handle something that strong in the morning. I was like, girl. The thing about Dr. Pepper, though, is I don't like that it tastes like cherries once it's done, because I don't like cherry flavored stuff. Warranty signed. Perfect. We'll do that. Thank you for the insight, because I wouldn't have known to do that. A bowl of ice make a swamp cooler. April, you already know. You know what? I don't like cherry flavored stuff. Now, hang on. Let me rephrase this. Okay, girl. I love maraschino cherries, but I don't like cherry flavored things. A Tabs drinker. Yep, you already know. Girl, right now, Bridget, I would tell you those ice packs would be between my thighs at the moment, girl. When I tell you, she is Swamp Thing down there at the moment. Like, I'm just saying it right now. I know that wasn't cute visuals, but yes, thank you, Leopard. Really? So you don't like those weird strawberry candies from the Dollar Tree? Now, I will tell you, when it comes to, like, blow pops, I love cherry blow pops. I don't buy them, but if they're in the pack, I love those. But the one thing that I will buy a flavor of anything, like any candy that I see this flavoring of, I will purchase, is blue raspberry. Blue raspberry is my jam, girl. And I used to eat the sucker, and I would color my lips with it to look like I had on lipstick. Not the Stone Ages, girl. Go on somewhere. That is so funny. You know, my grandmother used to buy those strawberry candies, and she always had Werther's. Which is so weird, though, because, like, I will never buy a Werther's, but if she had one, I would eat it. I was like, meh. Ooh, I love tart robes. But you know what? My favorite candy to buy is sour gummy worms or Sour Patch Kids. Girl, April, you already know. And my favorite thing to do is I would get the blue blow pop, and I would get a Sprite. And I would drink the Sprite, and I would dip my sucker in it. So by the end of it, my sucker was gone, but I had blue raspberry Sprite. Girl, you don't even know. You don't even know. I will tell you, putting Sour Patch Kids in a drink, like a liquor drink, she tastes okay, but that sliminess is kind of weird at the end. Girl, Sandra, call them now. It's bipolar AC unit. Bipolar AC repair. I think they're closed right now, but call them anyway. They close at 7. Yeah, no, cherry flavor stuff, not at all. I'm not sponsored. I know, that's what I said, Magnolia. I said, bipolar girl. Oh, girl, you know, snow cones were the ish. My grandmother, okay, short and sweet tea channel. My grandmother used to be such an entrepreneur. At one point, she owned like her own little movie rental place in her little second part of her house. And by second part, I mean she had like she turned her garage into a movie rental place. Yes, girl, they need to sponsor me for a new flavor. Trust and believe, honey. It would be watermelon mixed with blue raspberry and passion fruit. I don't know what that would taste like, but it sounds good as hell. But my grandmother also had a snow cone machine, and she lived on the highway, so people would pull off the highway to get snow cones. She never let me work in there, but I remember that, like, I love the blue raspberry flavoring, but I would get in the habit of only wanting the shaved ice, and that was it. So I'd end up just eating shaved ice, and I was done. Girl, watermelon candies. You already know the watermelon Sour Patch Kids are the ish. Ooh, have you tried those watermelon? It looks like a mix between a marshmallow and sour candy. The texture's very weird. I think it's from Haribo, but they're really good. But the really strange thing is, like, talking about this food right now is making my stomach kind of angry. Like I'm like, and that's the part that I think is so weird about my healthy eating now versus before. Before it was, felt like I was depriving myself of eating these things. Now I feel like I'm not even, like, attracted to those foods. Because, like, French fries are my weakness. I'm telling you right now, I love French fries. But Chris has gotten fries twice. Shelby came over the night that she was here watching. We watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's the night that, what's his name? Sebastian called her with that live caller or whatever. She was eating Whataburger that night, and she had French fries. And, like, that at first, I was kind of like, ooh, girl. But then after she kept eating it, I started feeling nauseous. So it was very different. But I would tell you, I can tell a difference. I think it's just because my swelling has went down from being so bloated. Yes. I'm not eating any carbs. Well, very minimal carbs. Because if something's a carb and I can't help it, like, it's different. But, like, I'm not eating crackers. I'm not eating, eating rice. I'm just being very that. I don't understand why there's a hue on here. I think it's because it's so damn humid in this room. And my body sweat is not helping with it either, girl. But you know what's so funny is I love feta cheese. And so I put feta in my salads. I put feta in I will make an omelet with feta. I do feta on my, like, everything, like, down. And it's so funny, though, because I'm like, yes, girl, Magnolia feta is my jam, girl. And it's so funny, if I get a Caesar salad, I tell them I still want the Parmesan, but I want feta as well. And I think it's because it's the texture of the feta, not the texture of that, but that's the flavor. But the texture of Parmesan cheese, I don't know what it is. And so when I was eating extremely unhealthy, and I do mean extremely unhealthy, and let me tell you one thing that I used to eat all the time, banana snow cone and popsicles. Sandra, I'm really on the fence about banana-flavored stuff. Banana Laffy Taffy was pretty good, but I don't really like banana-flavored stuff, and I'll tell you why. Back in the day when the Rugrats movie came out, girl, I'm not taking my sweat pills right now, honey. I'm leaving this stuff in here. I need to sweat while I'm at home, girl. The thing is, if you take a sweat pill when you're supposed to be sweating, you can overheat, and it can actually, like, harm you. But, I'm, like, wiping off my face, sweating over here. Do you remember when the Rugrats movie came out? Okay, so Chucky, the Chucky watch, they had watches at Burger King. And I worked at Burger King for 4 years. It was my first job ever when I was 15 years old. And I got the Chucky watch, and it had bananas on it, but it was a scratch and sniff watch. Laura, trust. A big red truck. Oh, I love it. Girl, it is an in-home sauna. Right now I'm over it because outside is cooler than the inside. Oh yeah, I love strawberry and feta salad. Yeah. I'm really weird about the meat though. But I used to, I had that watch and I would smell it and it smelled like bananas. Well, now that's what everything tastes like and that's what it reminds me of, even though I like the watch, girl. Honey, my stomach gets bloated from everything, girl. I could look at carbs and gain weight, honey. It's ridiculous. No. Yeah, I love, so the thing is, I'm really weird about, like, what I'll eat. So, like, I love salmon. I do like chicken, but I'm very strange about chicken. So I do not reheat chicken ever, unless it is in like an air fryer, and that was like back in the day. Oh, that reminds me, I was going to tell you about when I was eating unhealthy and what it was that I was actually eating that was so bad. So, and talking about the cheese. So I used to eat, so I love ravioli. I was raised on ravioli. So I used to get the spaghetti and meatballs ravioli, the Chef Boyardee. And you walk past the donut. Girl, hello. Come on, fast. I used to eat the spaghetti and meatballs from the or Chef Boyardee, and I would put crackers crushed up in it, and then I would put Parmesan cheese, the powdered Parmesan cheese, not the real shaved kind. I don't know what it is about the texture, but it was so good, and it was so filling, but that's like, girl, like, what nutrition did that really have? Even though, like, the meatballs are supposedly, like, got vitamins and crap in it. That's what they said in those commercials, but, you know. I'm like, whatever, honey. If y'all are just joining and you don't know, I can actually receive super chats. So a super chat is when you tip me on here, and your comment that you put with it is actually highlighted and it stays on the top for a certain amount of time depending on how much you tip. So yeah. But yeah, from Miami, what's going on? Is it Kaluna? What's going on? I love Miami. They have the best Cuban food. I love Cuban food from Miami, but I will tell you, girl, it don't matter how often or how early I start tanning before I go to Miami, I get burnt. Within 30 minutes of laying out on the beach at Miami, I look like a handbag, girl. A handbag with teeth. Yes! I got the name right. You better work. Oh, I love it. Magnolia, we got to go to Miami, girl. Ooh, that sounds good for the mixed cheese. The sun is definitely different there, girl. It's a lot closer, honey. It is a lot closer. That's why everybody looks so good in Miami. It's too damn hot to want to eat. In the Gables. Yeah, so when we went to Miami last time, it was before we went on a cruise. Hey, Shay, what's going on? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So in Miami, it was before we went on a cruise. And let me just put this in perspective for you. So we were going on a cruise for our friend's wedding. You've missed that my air conditioner's not working. They're acting shady as hell, and I may have to pay for it out of pocket. So people are sending super chats on here to help me pay. And chit-chatting. So Miami, when we were getting ready to go on there, we had a ton of us there. And I will tell you, we were all very thirsty. Let me just say that. Let me just say we were very parched, girl. Very parched. And this is right when I had been promoted to go to the Gulf Coast. And I had just moved there, was there 2 weeks, and then went on a week vacation. And, oh no, wait. I moved there and then went on a week vacation and then started my job. It's all good, Shay. Don't worry about it, honey. You already have. I love you. Mwah. And it was so funny because you can just give a thumbs up on here, girl. It's all good. All this activity is going to get more people in here. And so we ended up going to the Palace to watch the show. And I know the person that was hosting the show there. So every time I would get her a shot, I would get me a shot. And Laura, honey, I love me some ravioli. Well, not anymore, but I have it here just in case. But we were quite cocktailed by the time the show was done. To the point we ended up going to eat that night. I took a bite out of a sandwich and went, I don't like this. And pushed the sandwich to the middle of the table. Something happened and we were laughing so hard that I fell out of my chair, which I'm not even like that, girl. But I was laughing so hard. And it was so hot in there. And I just remember being like, it is so hot in here. How are y'all even eating? And so we went to leave and I ordered an Uber. And it was I thought it was a white van. I clearly was wrong. And I was like, girl, they're here. Come on. And we went over and got in somebody's car that wasn't even an Uber. And I was like, oh, Shay, you already know. You already know right now. Like, but then I get in the van and I was like, oh, you look, you're Uber? And they're like, we're not Uber. Get out of our car. And I was like, well, we're already in here. Can you just take us to the hotel? And they were like, no. We get out. Girl, it was supposed to be like a black, like Honda, like Accord or something like that. I was laughing. Do I peel from a sunburn? I do. I will tell you, the sunburn depends on how bad it is. Now for that one, I was sunburned on my head because, of course, my hair was like thinning before I started shaving it. So my head was burned there, and then I ended up getting sun poisoning. So I was like sick from that. And so we ended up, that's when I actually went and got my tattoo, which is my lips saying Dior. Trying to get where it doesn't look wonky. It doesn't look wonky when I'm holding it normal, but it's my lips saying Dior. And I was so sick. I was shaking. I was but I was throwing up, all this stuff, and it was crazy. Yeah, I freckle really easily. Girl, you already know, Sandra. Right now, honey, these almost C cups as a boy are struggling right now. But I got so burnt, and then I ended up peeling really bad. But the thing is usually if I get burnt really bad one time, the rest of the summer I'm good. Like, I'm good. But the thing is I haven't been letting myself lay out long enough to get sunburn. Yes, make sure you are thumbs upping the video if you come in. Yes. Yeah, I was about to say, because, you know, they'll push it. Thank you. Thank you, short and sweet. But yeah, so, I mean, but the food was fantastic. A friend of ours, he speaks Spanish, so it was really helpful when we went to this Cuban restaurant. Because the guy only spoke Spanish, so they were speaking, and so he ordered for everybody, and the food was freaking amazing. The plantains were so good, and girl, I would love a chemical peel, but the problem is I'm not gonna stop laying out, so it's not gonna matter. I want to lay out. You know, if you can't tone it, you tan it, girl. So I know, Linda. I saw your tan line from your bathing suit. You look like you was striped over there, girl. You look burnt. You was red. Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. I'm sitting there thinking a chemical peel, not laser. But we had so much fun. And then we got on the cruise. And the cruise was awesome. We had such a good time. It gets worse overnight. You know, I saw this trick of whenever you're sunburned, what you're supposed to do is soak towels in Earl Grey tea and then put it on there, and it takes the burn away. And it actually makes the redness go away too. But I'm like, it's technically damaged skin, so is it really doing anything besides just making it dark? Or like, are you still gonna peel? Like, I don't get it. I don't even know. I've not tried it because I always forget about doing it, and then I really don't want to go buy Earl Grey tea because I'm not gonna drink it after I'm done. So ain't gonna happen, girl. It's not gonna drink it. But yeah, it is so hot in here. It is so hot in here. Like, I'm melting. Like, y'all think I just look radiant, and it's sweat. It is sweat, girl. I'm like, and it doesn't help that this chair is a faux leather. So it's like sticky. I'm like, no ma'am. No ma'am, Pam. It's hot. If y'all are new, by the way, I have merch. So if you go to my videos and go in the description box, there's the link to the merch. You can buy merch. I know that Linda has gotten some merch. There's been a couple other people that have bought some stuff too. Yes, girl, that's why I'm sticky. Don't get cute, Mary. It wasn't thinking about how great these prices are going to be. Girl, hello. So I've been sleeping on top of the blankets, which is very strange for me. Girl, Magnolia, don't even try it. Don't even try it, girl. Don't try it. Don't try it. You being dirty over there. You being nasty. So let's go through tattoos that I have, because of course I can't show all of them, but so I have the Cancer sign here in rainbow. You fell asleep by the pool one time. Girl, ooh, no ma'am. I bet you was dying. So this is the Cancer sign. That is my zodiac sign. So my birthday is next week, July 8th, just so you know. We're going to be on here for live. So most of you I know, you already know I'm going to be live on July 8th at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you are new here and you want to send anything, all you have to do is go into my video, click the description, and it drops down for you to send. If you want to mail something to me, it is not my personal address. Thank you, Magnolia. It is a address that I use. It's not a P.O. box, so you can send anything. Just let me know when you send it. Ask about my tattoos. Yes. So if you send something, just put your screen name on it so that I know who you are. And then if I'm allowed to open it on camera, because if it's something inappropriate, I really don't want to get in trouble for opening it. I don't mind if you send inappropriate things because I think it's funny. But don't send anything that I'm going to open on camera that's inappropriate. And then if you send a card, if I'm allowed to read it on camera too. So, yes, Linda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm already going to be rocking that Beetlejuice backpack, girl. So the Cancer sign here, and I had this done twice, and the funny thing is this is my first, or not my first tattoo. I had this done, and it's raised, so they put down too far. Let's see. Yeah, I can do that, Shay. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Anna. I've always wanted to go to the Philippines. My counter manager, when I was in the Atlanta market, she was from the Philippines, and she was like, you will love it, Justice. She's like, the food is fantastic. She goes, but when you go, nobody's wearing makeup, like everybody, because it's so humid and so hot, but that's why everybody's skin looks so amazing. You're welcome, Shay. I got you. Just let me know which one is his. But I've always wanted to go to the Philippines. She said it is beautiful, but of course, the food's the main thing, because she'd bring things into work, girl, and I'm like, yes. But back to the tattoos. So these are my lips. I actually took a Kleenex and kissed it, and then they traced over it and put it on here. Funny fact is, somebody that I used to be friends with is she probably don't want to pay for the extra shipping. It's fine, girl. We see each other all the time. And then I put Dior in it because the joke was is every time I speak, I'm speaking about Dior. So I put my lips saying Dior. And then I have these, which are remembrance bands. So these, back in the day when somebody was mourning over somebody that had passed away, they would tie a black fabric around their forearm to show that they were in mourning. And you know what, Anna, I'm telling you, that's why y'all look sickening, girl. So I did remembrance bands. So the biggest one is from my mom. She passed away when I was 24. And then the smaller one is for her best friend. She was like a second mother to me. So I got both of them. And her friend actually passed away before my mom did. So that was years ago, but I always, she's the one that I actually learned that if you are driving and a butterfly flies across your windshield, that means a loved one that's passed is with you at that time. That's who I actually learned that from, was my mom's best friend. So I got those. I have a 4-leaf clover on my shoulder. The reason why I got that is because supposedly my last name, my legal last name is Irish. I don't know, but I used to wear a 4-leaf clover necklace for about 3 years when I was in high school. And it was like a see-through. It was like almost like stained glass almost. And it was green, and it finally broke right after I had graduated high school. And so I was like, you know what? I can't get it fixed. And girl, don't even try it, short and sweet. Don't even try it. I know what you was thinking. Don't be nasty. My friends already try and pull that when we're all hanging out, girl, and they tell other people that. It's a conversation starter, but not for me. But I have a 4-leaf clover tattooed on my shoulder. That was actually the first tattoo I ever got. And then my mom always made this comment that if I give you an inch, you take a mile. So when I got my tattoo, funny story is I ended up calling her because I was 18, but it was my senior year of high school. And I called her and I said, hey, I wanted to get the 4-leaf clover tattooed on my shoulder. Am I allowed to do it? And she's like, no, absolutely not, blah, 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 blah. And I said, you know what? I said, technically I'm 18 and I'm calling to get your blessing, but I don't technically need it. I can do it if I want to, and I'm actually standing here already. And I was doing that just to be sassy, to be honest with you. So I ended up not doing it. I got home. She goes, take your shirt off. So she looked me over, and she's like, okay, you didn't get it done? I was like, no. She goes, okay, you can get it done now. And I was like, what the hell? I was already there. So I ended up driving to Anniston, Alabama to Love Stuff, and they have a tattoo parlor on the second floor. So the tattoo parlor was empty when I went in there. They were pretty much being done. And oh, cool. If you got it, flaunt it. So I went in there and I said, you know what, my mom always said, I give you an inch and you take a mile. So let's just prove her a point and do that. So I ended up getting a black butterfly tattooed on my hip. Short and sweet, girl. That's why I was like, But I ended up getting that, and I didn't tell my mother until years later. And I told her, I said, you know what? You made this comment to me all the time, and actually got them. You want to get them retouched? You know, I agree. I would love to get this darker, but they said it's not going to get any darker than what it is now. So I was like, whatever. I would love more tattoos. I just don't know what I want. Sandra, my legal last name is Murphy, so I don't like it. Eventually, I'm going to change my legal name to, Justice Taylor. You never know. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And I think that's all the tattoos that I have. I would love to get... so I personally feel, and we'll go through this later on, it's not faded at all. Well, that's good, girl. I guess it depends on who did it and, like, how deep that they went and all that kind of stuff. I feel that my mom, and I'm not going to go into super detail, but I really do feel that my mom committed suicide. Just long story short, we're not doing about it today. I'm going to do a video about it later on. So I really want to get the semicolon tattooed on the outside, because I feel that when we're stressed, we're like this or like this, or when people pray to get through things. And I want them on the outside because that's usually when people are seeing them. Because when people are in that state of mind, usually they're blocking themselves from society and other people. And I feel like that all they're seeing is what they're allowing you to see. But on those times where it's getting close to that moment, you really are seeing like signs of constantly like covering the face and running the fingers through the hair and trying to self-soothe. And I just felt like it'd be something like to remember my mom by, other than this. So the Project Semicolon, if you don't know what it is, and I don't know every single detail about it, so if anybody else knows more than I do, go ahead. But it is to raise self-awareness and awareness, and to provide help for individuals that are close to self-harm. Let's just put it that way, because I don't want to get demonetized or blocked on here for saying things that are inappropriate on their channel for their guidelines. It's not inappropriate in general, but the semicolon is where you could have stopped your sentence, but you decided to take the sentence further. Just think of that about life. We're just gonna put that on there. Yeah, so it's one of those things that it's not something that I've actually donated to. It's just in general, the semicolon in life, when you're looking at it, is when you're writing a sentence, you could have ended the sentence there, but you decided to take the sentence further to continue the sentence. So that's kind of what it is for life with Project Semicolon. So eventually, once I get established and get things going and stuff and have an extra flow of income, I would love to be able to start donating and doing some different collabs with individuals that are that way. In the sense of like Project Semicolon itself, doing collabs with them is what I mean, or anybody that is helping to raise money for that. Because again, it is, yeah, that's cool. They, a lot of places is like a self-help, but I would love to be able to find a couple places here in Houston that's what their entire thing is helping individuals cope and to feel comfortable and confident to say what is bothering them. And it's fine to not be okay. And I think that's what's still taboo in the world right now, is everybody's expected to be perfect and expected to be 100% happy and just loving life, and that's not always the case. And it sometimes it has nothing to do with things that's happened in life. It just creeps up on you and you can't get rid of it. It's like that little monster on your shoulder that you can't get rid of. But people make it so where it's so taboo, or make them feel self-conscious about talking about it, and then you see what ends up happening later on in life, where they felt like they never could really conversate with people. So, Linda, and it's okay not to be okay, and the thing is it's not okay to keep it inside and not talk to anybody about it, and it's like you just got to get out of it. Thank you, short and sweet. And that the thing is, it's not that I'm not trying to like talk about things to get it for like views and things like that. For me, I know what it feels like to feel like you can't talk to people. And my friends, 2 Gays on the Go, Kyle, him and Steven, I called numerous times when I used to go to a psychiatrist or psychologist, whatever it is. We actually get to talk. And you know, it opened up a floodgate for me to actually deal with a lot of emotions that I hadn't dealt with in the past. And it was an opportunity for me to really come to terms with things that were bothering me back in time. And oh, that's awesome, Sandra. Hey, Candy. So you know, and that's the thing is, it's. I just think that if people just need to have an opportunity to say things, and I called them many times, and I mean, there was times. I mean, this was years ago, but I mean, and it doesn't ever go away. It's like, how do you cope with it? And sometimes things just build up, and you don't know how to deal with them. And I mean, and honestly, it's all about how you were raised, and it's all about how you were raised to deal with your emotions. And I wasn't really trained or taught to deal with my emotions. It was kind of like you're a boy, suck it up and keep going. But you know, it's something we learn every single day, and I'm learning every single day of how to deal with my emotions and deal with things as they come. And again, I use YouTube as a platform to not only, you know, spread positivity and, you know, give people an opportunity to have an aha moment today, but at the same time, it's also a moment. All right, Magnolia, have fun at Target. Ooh, what is this? A Southern thing? Yeah, it is. Linda, you know, and that's the thing is, you know, it's good that you actually told your friends that you're depressed, because sometimes we feel uncomfortable to even tell our friends because we feel like we're a burden to say something, because then they want to try and help and then they don't know how to help, and you're like, I don't really need you to help. Let's just have a good time and figure it out. Or sometimes you just need a moment to be by yourself, and sometimes you just want to say it, because you know the hardest part about doing it is saying it. You know what I mean? And it's okay to figure out what you need to do for yourself. And sometimes it is just stepping away from your friends and letting you have time by yourself and do your stuff. But all right, let's get off this. Let's talk about the drag video when I went to Huntsville, Alabama. You're alone a lot today? Girl, you better find something to do. Get you something in there, girl. Hey, Catherine, how are you? And Linda, you know the thing is, it's okay to not be okay. But sometimes you just get your mind off of it and go do something else. Go to a movie. Find something fun to do. I used to go to the park. I used to get a movie by myself. I used to just find something to do to keep me busy, girl. But it would be alone, so that way I would have time to reflect on whatever's like struggling. And sometimes if you'll just write down and just start writing, and you'll find like things will come out that you didn't even know that you were bothering you in the moment, and you just keep going and just don't let anybody read it. I always say burn it afterwards, because you never know what you're frustrated about may not even be what you're really mad at. It just may be something in the moment that's like a high sensitivity topic, and somebody would get it and think something different, and I'm like, girl, short and sweet, girl, bye, don't do it. I had to learn how to be happy with being alone, to be honest with you, because I was, when I moved, I didn't know, I mean, I knew people, but they lived about an hour away. Magnolia, I love going to the movies. The problem is I get annoyed when I get there and those people are like smacking their popcorn, or they're talking and giving the narrative and commenting, and I'm like, girl, shut up. Like, I'm just trying to watch the movie, girl. Like, I like going to matinees. That's what I usually like to do, is go during the day where there's hardly anybody there. But you're happy? Yeah, but the thing is, it's not that I'm not saying you're not happy being alone. I'm just saying find other people to share your happiness with, girl. Aw, thank you, Shay. And that's the point, is I'm just trying to spread positivity, and again, sometimes it's just to check my own attitude, honey. That's what most of it's for. Yes, come on, walk in nature. But I will tell you, drag was one way that I coped with a lot of things, and the reason why is girl, hello. They didn't have a VIP section in most places I went to, girl. You're an introvert. Catherine, you already know. I have some friends that literally, like, they will want to go do stuff, and, like, they will be like, we're not going to ask Justin because he never wants to go, but they've already learned. I told him, I said, you never know. You may get lucky one day and I want to go. So just hit me up, and I just keep asking until I go. Because sometimes I just want to chill. Yep, everybody has their reasons. Agreed. I agree. I got you. I got you, Shugs. I got you. Yep, you know what? That is so true, Shay, because I will tell you, sometimes things have a reverse effect on you and people don't even know it. And it was so crazy. So my mom used to take this medication because she had a thyroid issue and it would make her pee all the time. But then you had other people, other medicine. Let's see. I was reading your thing. Uh-huh. And then she had another medicine that was for sleeping because she had trouble sleeping. And so she's not supposed to be able to get up and walk while she's on her sleeping medicine, but yet she takes the medicine for her thyroid that makes her pee. So she's taking something that's making her get up while on the medicine she's not supposed to get up on. Exactly. And see what I mean? Thank you, Laura, for the drag video. Okay, so, come on, Shugs. So the funny thing is that people don't realize drag is such an outlet for people that are creative, but it's also a outlet to I guess self-soothe almost. And because you build relationships with not only people that are in the back performing with you, but you also build relationships with people that come to see your shows. And then slowly over time, if you're performing consistently, you have people that only come because you're performing, and anywhere you go, they'll go too. And it's one of those things that, yep. I call you Shugs too. I'm telling you, I can't help it. It's something I say to everybody. I'm like, hey, Shugs. But I will tell you, it's one of those things that drag helped me through a lot of things, and I've met so many different people, but a lot of times it was a way for me to escape life in the moment, because you're not a character, but you get to be your authentic self even more than you normally would, and you get to just have fun, and it's all about performing and make other people feel great and make them have a great time. And you forget about your own worries because you're helping them forget about theirs. And that's the part where I feel like with YouTube, with me, that is why when I get on, that again, I may talk about things, and sometimes there's gonna be a great day, sometimes it's gonna be a bad day, but it really does help me recenter myself and say to you when I'm actually meaning for myself to get my stuff in gear, and to recenter, to stop being so damn bitter about stuff, girl. It's not even that deep. Like, it ain't that deep, girl. But that's why, I know that there's going to be some negativity on YouTube from time to time, and it's inevitable. It's the bigger your channel gets, the more people are going to see, and not everybody's going to like you. But that's why that day when I saw that comment from that person saying that it sounded like me, I know they weren't meaning that it was me. They were just saying it sounded like my voice, and that's why I addressed it. Because like you know what? Let me go ahead and, because then like a couple people came to my channel out of nowhere making comments like, well, it does kind of sound like you, or you're defending yourself too much. And I'm like, girl, I'm not asking you for your permission to watch my shit, girl. If you don't like it, go on somewhere. Because the thing is, I just block people. If there's people that come on here that is negative, I just block them, because I know that some YouTubers are like, oh, you want the activity. Well, I'm not a drama channel, and I don't want that on my channel. So if I don't want you here, I'm going to block you, and that's what it comes down to. And I'm like, I don't do that. And that's why I tell people when they come here, I'm like, I am not a drama channel, so do not come here expecting me to, do all all that drama channel stuff, in the sense of like constantly show a receipt and do this and do that. I'm like, I don't do that. I'm not about it. Yes, I will definitely do skincare soon. Right now, it is just so hot. It's not even funny. I will tell you that this product right here, if you have not tried it yet, you have got to get it if you have an opportunity. If you don't have an opportunity to purchase it where you're at, you can inbox me on Instagram, and then we can get you set up with somebody here, because I live in Houston, Texas. And one of my stores can actually ship it to you. I think it's around $4.95 or $5.50, something like that. But this is the caviar, so it's micro caviar. There's little pearls inside of here. Like, it's really hard to see because this lighting sucks, but it is a magical potion. It is. So this is little pearls. It looks like caviar. Let me just put it this way. It looks like caviar, but each little pearl is 22 micronutrients for your skin, so it helps with microinflammation. Self-expression is important, trust me. And thank you, Candy. I appreciate your support. And but the great thing about this is it is a mask, or you can replace it as a moisturizer, or as your moisturizer. So I use it as a moisturizer, but this is also my go-to when I'm doing makeup. So it is for extreme repair to the cells on the skin, but it is also nourishing in vitamins. So when you're eating food, your skin is the last to get any nutrients from your food. So your skin, of course, is deprived. So that's usually why you're having lackluster or having issues on the skin. But what this does is going to help pretty much feed the skin immediately. Let's just put it that way. So this is like if you take vitamins as a supplement, this is your supplement for skincare. You can use this with anything you already use. Girl, hello. The other part about this is 1 day of use is 3 days worth of repair. So when you're using this, what I personally noticed is my skin was extremely radiant. It looked smoother and it looked more uniform. But this thing is amazing. Girl, we drink this at this point, Magnolia. But the thing about this is it is a mask, so you can use this up to 3 times a week, or you can use it as your moisturizer, which is how I use it. I have noticed my skin looks a lot better. My freckles are still there, but they look more uniform. So, Shay, I'm just going to tell you, Google on the, or look up on Dior.com. It'll tell you everything that's in it, because it's 22 micronutrients. So it's not just 2 main ingredients. The Granville Rose is one main ingredient that's in there. Hang on, let me see. I was trying to see this comment. So the Granville Rose is on here. So the Granville Rose is in all of the prestige items. That is the scent that you experience, because you're asking if there's a fragrance in it. There is not a fragrance. What you're actually experiencing is the Granville Rose. So the Granville Rose smells very different because it is located between the mountains and the ocean. So when it grows, it doesn't smell earthy. Thank you, Daniel. You know, I'm over here just trying to, eat air. I'm just kidding. I'm eating healthy. But I will tell you, that stuff is the bomb. That'll be your best friend. And it's also your best friend when it comes to makeup. Because, I mean, the way that it hydrates the skin immediately is so quick. But it's lightweight. That's what I like about it. Because if I feel my moisturizer on my skin, girl, I will sweat the house down. And right now I'm sweating the house down. Not because of skincare. Because it's hot in here, girl. Thank you, Candy. Well, I work for Dior, so it better be. Because that's what we do. We're walking billboard for skincare. So, and I use Prestige. Prestige is my favorite. The Prestige Mousse Cleanser is fantastic if you need a face wash. But I will tell you, yes, Magnolia's Googling over there, girl. The face wash from Capture Total is awesome. But they just came with this off-on cleanser. The off-on cleanser is going to end up being the #1 cleanser worldwide. I'm telling you now. I'm already calling it, girl. I'm already calling it. Nope, Daniel. My AC is not fixed. That's why people are tipping me on here with super chats, because we don't know if my home warranty is going to pay for it, and I'm sweating the house down, and we may have to pay for it out of our own pocket. So people are super chatting to give the girl some money to help pay for it, because it might be up to $3,000, girl. Thank you, Short and Sweet. Thanks, Shoots. But the off-on cleanser is amazing. So, 500 doll hairs. Girl, you already know, Catherine. Well, the thing is, though, is you only use a little bit. I've had this one for about 4 months, and I have not even made a dent in it. Because I'm telling you, I use about a size of a quarter. That's all I use. That's it. And I do it all the way down. When you get a facial, they use a lot of it, though, girl. Because I'm drowning in the product when I got that. But the off-on cleanser, just so you know, if you need a really good face wash, it doesn't matter if you want unisex or if you want it, whatever, male or female, whatever it may be. The off-on cleanser is brand new. Bye, Short and Sweet. I'll talk to you soon, my love. Off-on cleanser is great because it has tiger grass. I'm sorry. I'm over here just talking about the Sika Bomb. Sorry. Off-on cleanser is great because it takes off impurities on the skin and it puts on a protection on the top layer of skin. But they had this new thing, what I was talking about with tiger grass just came out too, and it's called Sika Bomb, C-I-C-A. It has got tiger grass for speeding up recovery for injured skin, and then it has chamomile on it too. And the great thing about the what is it called? Sika Balm is its face and body moisturizer, and a baby can use it. It's meant for sensitive skin, so if somebody has eczema or rosacea, if somebody has just very, very, very sensitive skin, they can use it face and body. I will tell you, I have it and I use it, especially after I tan, like if I go lay out outside. But I use about a pea size for my face, and it's still almost drowning in product. So it goes a long way. But the Tiger grass is the reason why I use it, because it's soothing for the skin, but it also speeds up recovery. So of course, laying out, I'm damaging the skin, but I'm trying to be tan, girl. I'm trying to be tan. Yep, nope. And the good thing about that too, though, Magnolia, is that it is the fragrance in it is chamomile. So it's most of the products that you're going to experience from Dior, the scent is from a plant that's in it. So they're going to clean beauty. So almost everything has been reformulated by now to where it's non-controversial ingredients. But again, if you could rub dirt on your skin, girl, look 12 would be doing it by now. And not everything needs to be raw. I'm just saying, just be real transparent. That's why I'm not arguing with those people that try and say, no, I gotta have all natural. And I'm like, well, that's real cute, Suge. So when I'm looking 12, when I'm 95, girl, I will see you later looking like a handbag with teeth, girl. Like, I'm like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Ooh, hot. I am hot, girl. I am hot. Hot. Like, look at this. It's so hot in here that my Diet Coke is, like, sweating. That's ridiculous. And I've only had it in here since we've been here, and it's hot as hell. Linda, you already know. You already know. I used to have a client back in the day. She would wear the deepest shade in Air Flash that we made at the time. This is years and years ago. Super sweet woman. But she had eczema. And so she would spray it on her legs. Or no, psoriasis. She has psoriasis. So she would actually spray it on her legs to help cover it up. But it also, she was doing it because it looked like she was wearing pantyhose. And it was the spray foundation. Girl, she came in one day and she goes, girl, handbag with teeth. You already know. Candy, the one that I just showed you, that the Prestige Micro Caviar, that's for that. So the whole Prestige line is for fine lines, deep lines, and repair. Let's say that. I don't say wrinkles because cosmetic, like skincare can't fix wrinkles. Just so y'all know, like if you ever go in and say I'm looking for fine lines and wrinkles, thank you, Anna. Yes, this stuff is the bomb. It is a go-to. This is the one thing, if people say, if I can only get one item, what will it be? And I'm like, that is your one item. And if they're saying that's too expensive and they still just want one item, Dream Skin is, I don't have one up here, crap. Dream Skin is my other favorite item, and Dream Skin is $150, but if you buy the smaller size, I want to say it's like $120. Dream Skin, you put it at the end of your skincare, no matter what you wear. And it's for dark spot redness, erase fatigue, anti-aging, and minimizing pores. It is the deal. It is a Snapchat filter to the naked eye. So when you put it on, it looks like your skin is blurred with a filter immediately. And when you take a picture with a flash, it hits the molecules and fans across to make it look like you're blurred. It is so sickening, girl. So if people are on the fence and can't get the Micro Caviar, that is the first thing I always get them to get, because I'm like, this is going to be your game changer in your skincare. Those are the two go-tos. Like, I'm like, done. Like, I will not do a consultation on somebody without using those, because it's for anybody. I don't even know what I was talking about. World peace. No. Oh, my client. So, so the funny thing is that she would use those, and she came in one day and she goes, I need a darker shade. And I said, no, girl, you need to stop tanning. And she goes, what? And I was like, look, I'm trying to be tan as well, but you look like a damn handbag. Like, you need to calm down. Ooh, hang on. Oh, I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Shay. It's so funny that you said that, because we have the vintage straw holder from the Coke collection as well. My partner Chris, his ex-wife, got it for him. Him and the kids got it for him for, I think it was for Christmas. Super cute. So we got the straws in it, sitting next to the kitchen sink. I love it. It's like my Diet Coke purse. I don't think I've seen it, but I got it put up over here. I'm like, girl, the birthday is going to be awesome. You know what? I just think it's just a day, but I'm so pumped about it. So Miss Dior Cherie has actually been gone for over 10 years now. So, but I will tell you, so Miss Dior was, just as like information for you to know, Miss Dior is reformulated every time we get a new creative director in Christian Dior. Uh-huh. Yeah, Dior's awesome. Miss Dior is changed every time we get a new creative director in Christian Dior, and the reason why is because Miss Dior was launched the same day as Christian Dior's very first collection of fashion. It was called the New Look, and he actually launched both on the same day. He is the only couture brand that has ever done that. And so with Miss Dior, he named her after his sister Catherine, and of course it's Miss Dior, you know, his sister. So when she came in, that's why I said the Miss Dior, is because he was trying to think of a name. His sister Catherine comes in to say hello and check in for the afternoon. He goes, Miss Dior. So that's where the name came from. But so it's been reformulated many different times to reflect the creative director that we have presently, or currently, or at the moment. And this should go with it. The funny thing is if you experience the new Miss Dior now that has the fabric bow, it is the closest to cherie that we've ever had. And the reason why, they added back the caramelized popcorn and the strawberry sorbet into it. And that's what was in cherie that you liked so much. The one thing that they didn't bring back was the patchouli. The patchouli gave it that spicy bite. So that's the one thing that's in there still, but it's not as prominent as the other two ingredients that was just put back in. But yeah, just as heads up. But and the bow is called a dagger bow, so it's a 1-loop bow. Yes, Catherine. Well, I've been with it for over 10 years, so I don't know everything about it, about Dior, but I do know quite a bit. And I personally feel that I purchase things because I know something about it. It means something, not just because it's great. So, I mean, there's a reason why you'll buy it. Yes, Laura, the Dream Skin is phenomenal. You need to get it. It is a game changer. Like, and if you're going to go out and wear a dress or a skirt, or shorts, you can put the Dream Skin, mix it with a body cream, and put it on your legs. And when it dries, it blurs out the legs, so it looks like you have on pantyhose as well. If anybody out here wears Sally Hansen, the spray on legs, use Air Flash from Dior instead as a foundation, but it doesn't move. And Sally Hansen, you have to set with powder, and it still rolls, where the foundation for spray foundation, the Air Flash, does not. Like, you don't set it with a powder, it dries on its own, it doesn't roll, it doesn't transfer. So, just as a heads up. But yeah, so the birthday is going to be fun. So July 8th is my birthday at 11 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to be coming on here to go live just to spend some birthday time with y'all. If you want to send any birthday cards or presents, just know in the description of all my videos there is my address. Yep, I agree. Because the thing is, if you don't know, if it doesn't work for you, you can't speak to it to a client. And for me, like, I use almost everything that we sell because it works. It's great. And to be honest with you, I use less items because I use Dior, because I don't need a million steps to make my skin look great. I can use a few items that are going to be very impactful and just keep it rocking and rolling, girl. Keep it rocking and rolling. But yeah, I'm still just sitting here thinking about this whole like AC situation, because the thing is that makes me so frustrated is that the home warranty places close on the weekends, and then Monday's a holiday, so they're off then too. So that's going to be 3 days that we have no ifs, ands, or buts, that we definitely know nothing's going to happen. And then Tuesday, depending on when they get it done. And I'm telling you guys, I'm swearing on my life right now, if Tuesday comes and they have not put that claim over to the home warranty and it's not done, I will be going to that AC office and sitting in there. So I think it's just a compressor on the outside. It's all they said. It just needs a new compressor because it's out. So I'm just like, no ma'am. No ma'am, Pam. And that's the thing, though, is it's like, they're just, I just don't understand. Like, I don't think that they get that, like, you're talking to somebody over the phone, but you have an office, and we will come to your office. Like, we will come to your office. All right, Shay, have fun. I'm going to hop off of here too, guys. If you want to send a super chat before I leave, which is tipping, I'm just going to give my little spiel before I hop off of here. And then I'm going to go and cool off and relax. But I appreciate every single person that's in here. Thank you, Shay, you too. Taylor-tots, I just want you all to know that we're family, and I appreciate your support every single day. I'm excited that when 5 o'clock hits and I look and within an hour I have, 60 to 80 views, which is so awesome. It is amazing. Your support is very much appreciated. Just know that when you're jumping on there, it is amazing. You're giving your likes, you're giving your comments, you're doing all the fabulosity, and it makes it to where the algorithm pulls it immediately. Just as a reminder, please, I know some of the commercials are kind of long. If you'll just let them play and find something to do while they're playing, that's how I actually make revenue on here. I already got one, Candy, and it's struggling. I know, we already got the receipt, girl. You already know. You know this process. You know this process, Candy. But thank you guys so much, and I appreciate all of you. And again, the support, constantly tipping and constantly watching your views. Every 1,000 views is when I get paid. Watching the commercials or just letting them play and not skipping them get me paid. Again, I appreciate you, and we're going to make so many more Taylor-tots in this world. It's all a matter of time. And I loved hanging out with all of you tonight. Thank you for being here with me going live. I know it's not my normal 11 p.m. time, but I wanted to do something at a decent hour to where some people can get on. And then later on, so July 8th, of course, I'll be on at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time to where my divas overseas can come on here, and it's at a decent hour for them instead of being at like 3 a.m. for them. So, yes, love you guys so much. Have an amazing night. Have fun, and thank you again. We got me to $44.99 tonight. I'm going to save this so that way if we got to end up paying for that terrible ass compressor, girl, we're going to have some money. But I thank you guys so much. Have an amazing night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Mwah! Bye, guys.